Welcome to Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch,
Burger Edition.
This week, we went to Momesso's in NDG, 5562 Chemin Upper Lachine. And we went there because we have a special guest joining us today who suggested it, Mr. Matthew Fiorentino.
Welcome.
Thank you. Do we play the theme music now?
It kind of goes in before. Don't worry about that. We'll fix it in post.
Okay.
We're just having a conversation with microphones.
Okay.
You've become so much more bashful since we started recording.
I'm just a little nervous.
Don't
for
be.
you guys.
Nobody listens. Don't worry about it.
Right.
So Matthew,
I just
why
want
did
you
you
to
choose?
I want you to do well. You know, I want this podcast to do well.
Well, you're not helping. So Matthew, why did you choose to go to Momesso's in NDG?
Well, I didn't choose to go there.
Well, no, Matthew Fiorentino. Maybe
we got to fix this problem right now.
This is what I was trying to say before.
Yeah.
Okay. I just for the record, I want listeners to know that I came to this podcast prepared with lots of ideas, which you vetoed.
Sure.
One of which was that I would use a different name,
A pseudonym.
Can
we go back to past pseudonyms of yours? Can we call you Fifi, Fizu?
One of those I think we wouldn't say anymore in 2016. The other one has backstory, which would be boring, probably.
Fizu it is. So we'll call you Janko,
Okay.
Matt, Janko, and we'll call you Fizu.
Nobody gets to be Matthew.
And no.
Right.
If neither one of you can have it, no one gets it.
You should be Matthew.
Well, that will just be extra confusing.
All right. Let's go.
I might accidentally call one of you Matthew, but let's just roll with it.
Okay.
So, Fizu, why did we go to Momesso's in NDG?
It was the only place I could think of that you guys hadn't been to yet.
Okay. Well, I guess.
I mean, you've been to what, 38 places?
Yeah, exactly.
That's about all the places.
Well, no, that's the fun thing about this show.
Tip of
so
the
many
iceberg.
places have a burger. There's so many options. We've got years and years worth of podcasts before we even have to leave town.
I hope not. I hope there won't be years and years of
So,
podcasts.
so Momesso's, I believe, opened in 1941 by the Momesso family. A father who was a soccer player in Italy, was a failed soccer player in Canada, so he opened up a sub shop. His son became a pro hockey player, Sergio Momesso. You may know him from the Canadiens, the New York Rangers, St. Louis Blues, Toronto Maple Leafs, Vancouver Canucks, and part of the current radio broadcast team for the Montreal Canadiens.
Sports.
So, Matthew, you've been to Fizu, you've been to Momesso's before. What did you think of Momesso's?
Momesso's to me is a very special place.
Why is that?
It represents a very special time in my life.
Did you used to live in that neighborhood?
I used to live in the janitor's closet at Momesso's, actually.
Did you get scraps of food as payment?
I lived in
Did you do any work?
I lived in a little water closet under the stairs at
Yeah.
Momesso's, actually, until I found out I was really a wizard.
Fiorentino, I feel like every place we've eaten together holds a very special place to your heart. There's always some.
That's because food holds a very special place in my heart. It holds a very special place in my body. It occupies most of the space in my body, actually, food, because I weigh about 90 pounds.
Yeah,
so
you are a slender man.
anything I ingest, just by virtue of that. I don't know. I used to go there a lot in high school with friends or with my dad. It was just kind of a joint everyone used to like to go to. Get a sausage sub, watch some hockey. It's kind of like, I don't know, I guess it's like a... Where is it anyway? Where's up in NDG? Is that NDG?
Yeah, it's NDG.
Yeah, you know,
right near Vondo
it's an
Metro.
institution for that part of town, the same way Schwartz's would be, I guess. Less known, definitely, but
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, I like that answer. That was a good answer.
Yeah, we'll edit it out. But
So today we each got burgers.
Yep.
Jankovic, what burger did you get?
plain old cheeseburger.
Good old cheeseburger.
Nothing fancy, no frills on that.
Yeah, well, of course, Matthew's a no frills type of man. Fizu, what kind of burger did you get?
I got... You want to say it together? Because we got the same thing.
Well, you could go first, and then I'll...
Let's just go 1, 2, 3.
Sausage
I got...
burger.
No, say...
Well, you didn't say you'd say
One.
I got.
Say I got...
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I got a
got
sausage
sausage
burger.
Yeah.
We both got our sausage burgers, as was suggested by our waitress. done up like a submarine sandwich, like they do their submarine sandwiches. I got mine spicy because I like spicy.
I got mine not spicy because of my constitution.
So
I was trying to
there?
preserve some of my cool factor, and she just kind of
Was ordering
like,
onion rings part of your cool factor?
where's onion rings? Where are onion rings on the?
I don't know.
It's a cool.
I
this
thought
not
only
a thing,
losers order onion
Oh yeah,
rings. Or real cool guys like the Fonz.
I don't.
So
Can-
Matthew,
can we Google
the
that?
three of us, Matthews, the three of us went to college together, and I feel that's where we know each other.
Fun
from.
fact: college here in Quebec is not called college.
Called Cégep.
Cégep.
But we also went to university together, Fizu, you and I, and throughout that our times together, you were always an encouraging young man with lots of promise, but.
Are you confusing encouraging with incorrigible?
Well, a little bit of both, honestly. No, but you're always like an excitable, enthusiastic young writer,
Excitable boy.
and also very negative at the same time. Jaded,
Just that
very jaded
that
for a young man.
perfect storm of original qualities that
It felt like
no other young 20-something.
well, no, but it
white
felt like a
male
good chemistry to be a successful writer, and
now look at me.
You were an active writer for years and years. And then you sort of stop paying attention to school and focus on writing for free. And that was the downfall, in a sense.
That I've never had it formulated
As a
to me
downfall?
just so succinctly. So thank you for that.
But you've made something of yourself. You're in a band
Despite
now.
it, yeah.
You're in a band that produces albums and tours.
Allegedly, yeah.
Tours Europe, Eastern Canada. Going to South by Southwest this year. Is that exciting? Or next year, rather?
Yeah, I've been before. It's okay. Yeah.
Is that exciting? Was it fun the first time?
No.
The desert's not fun for you?
Desert is cool. South by Southwest is
Only at night.
Is all right.
Really.
Yeah.
Get some good food down there? Any good burgers?
It's just if you're gonna step over everything, I say, just, I don't know that we can continue.
You got to stop taking these drastic pauses then.
It's like, yeah, the desert's cool.
Yeah.
Only at night.
There we go.
Yeah, only at night, right?
That's when the temperature drops, Fiorentino.
Oh, I see what you're
Right.
doing, because it's
Yeah.
cool temperature-wise. I didn't
Yeah.
realize what he was doing there either.
It's just I don't really like it personally when the jokes are just flying in like every day.
I wouldn't
it's
even
like,
call them a joke.
No.
Yeah, them jokes, really.
It's
Go
a-
ahead.
it's-
Go ahead. Sorry to
it's a
disrupt
Soft pun.
if there's just one source.
you. Okay, we'll be completely
The
quiet.
comedy would be.
Go ahead. Do you write the lyrics?
No.
Are you the lyricist?
No.
Yeah, I actually did want to ask you that. With a history of poetry, I was wondering if you wrote any of the songs.
No.
Well, how is it done? Is it just one person writes it and says that's it, or can you
That's right.
jump in a little bit?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
You don't have a song. There's no like Fiorentino song where they.
Lyrically, no.
Do you think maybe by the third album there might be a track called Fiorentino's Ballad? Or would it be called The Ballad of Fiorentino?
I think it would be called Fiorentino brackets slight return if there was going to be anything.
So it's just like a reprise from another song?
That's right.
From another song that's not on the album.
Yeah.
Another band.
No one needs to hear.
Yeah, that's...
They can hear the reprise. It'll give you a sense of what the original was about, but without really hitting you over the head. with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You don't want to drown them in it.
You take a unique approach to music where it really seems like you want nobody to listen.
So, Fisu, I feel like you made a list of things you'd like to talk about. Do you want to dive into your list a little bit? Because I feel like you don't want to talk about your band or
Yeah.
childhood memories.
No.
What do you got on your list?
I mean, now that I look at it, it just seems incomprehensible.
Well, let's just fire into it. Maybe we can make something of it.
Okay, we've got, what do you got here? Zodiac Killer. Is top of the list. Amanda Knox. Wasabi Peas.
Well, is there anyone you want to elaborate on?
I don't know why I wrote these things down. ASMR, which we were discussing earlier.
Oh, okay.
Police auctions.
Hold on. Are there any stories that go along with any of these?
No,
These
I
are
just
just
thought these could be
topics.
topics.
Unrelated to any of
It's
us.
just because when we came in this room, no one was prepared. So I thought, in the few minutes while you were setting up the microphones, I would just, off the top of my head, try to come up with some topics for discussion.
For example, why did you write down wasabi peas?
I had some recently.
What'd you think of
They
wasabi
were good.
peas?
They had a bit of kick.
The dry ones, right? Those dry little bugs?
Yeah. Yeah, they were good. The only problem was I was eating them in bed, so the crumbs got on my pillow.
Spicy crumbs.
Yeah, the spicy crumbs. When I woke up, I had a burning eye.
And I knew it. Yeah. I knew that's where you were going with this.
It's because the joke was predictable. Do you see how that works? Like, you think these topics were just random?
Well, it seemed like it as you were listing them off. Yeah.
No, that's not how this works at all.
So I feel like the two Matthews here
Yeah.
have spent more time together than I have with Fizu here. In Cégep again, worked at the same college newspaper together.
Fiorentino, I want to figure this out. We used to be friends, and then events transpired that would make us seemingly we should not have been friends. Yet we still were. I want to know where are we now? Are we friends now? You look at me with a certain hatred, but also with a certain love.
It's kind of just his face, though.
And I think that's just Fiorentino. But I want to know. I want to know where we stand.
That would be the damaged nerve endings in my face from a car accident I was in shortly after college. I was with my... I have to say I was behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take the blame.
I was behind the wheel, and it was raining pretty hard.
Don't make excuses.
And I was with my girlfriend at the time. I forget her name, but
Did she survive?
no. Everyone was dead.
Jesus, everyone.
Except me.
Yeah,
Except
there you
you,
go.
yeah. Obviously,
Yeah.
right?
It's about to...
It's not so obvious.
We haven't had any ghosts on this show yet, and
Mhm.
I don't intend to, because ghosts are spooky.
Well, maybe now's the time to reveal to our listeners that tonight's episode
It's coming
is
to
the
you from
ghost
the other side.
episode.
Ooh.
Ghost theme episode.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Say it again.
Ghost.
There we go. Jesus. Sebastian, I need your help here.
All right, so
let's pick another topic.
So I guess after Matthew's Fiorentino's car accident, he was not seen by many people. There was a Facebook group, I believe it was, of Fiorentino sightings.
It wasn't a car accident. It was a motorcycle accident.
No, okay, just
Fiorentino sightings.
yeah. So you had a Facebook group, Jankovic.
You're just steering this ship into harbor.
That was called Fiorentino sightings, in which a period of time where Matthew Fiorentino was hard to find, rarely seen, and so sightings of him were not unlike Bigfoot, rare and notable.
Exactly.
Please tell us about the Fiorentino sightings Facebook group.
Well, he had a very self-destructive pattern, and he disappeared for months on end. And sometimes we really need to try and keep track of this guy. So we back when Facebook was in its heyday, we pulled our resources together. We made a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of Fiorentino's friends. We got some family members. I remember befriending his younger sister, Christina. She actually was the best at adding his location because they'd have supper together sometimes. We were actually able to keep a pretty good tally on where he'd been, where he was going. We used that primarily to figure out what was, make sure he was still alive. At one point, I think a mutual friend of ours shut it down because they thought it was a hate group.
Now, Fiorentino, were you aware of this at all during this time?
I think I was made aware of it at a later date. I'm not sure.
Were you flattered? Were you insulted? How did you feel about Fiorentino sightings Facebook page?
I just felt like everything had been a bit turned upside down. I didn't...
In what way?
To know that I'd been monitored.
You didn't appreciate the